those who have not registered but have come to collect their degrees, you will get your degrees at the end. I hope that's clear. Okay, good afternoon everyone. So, welcome again to the 62nd Convocation by the Department of Aerospace Engineering at IIT Madras. So, today we'll have the honor of being joined by Lieutenant General Michael A.J. Fernandez, AVSM, VSM, who is a Commandant of the Officers Training Academy in Chennai. So, he will be accompanied with our respected HOD, Professor H.S.N. Murthy. Before we start, a few housekeeping rules. I would first request you all to silence or turn off your electronic devices, please. We have official photographers who are going to take photos, so please don't stand up. I'm going to give you all 1 minute to please silence or turn off your mobiles. Please take this time to do that. Okay, for the next part, this is essentially important for your safety and security. We request everyone to kindly remain seated throughout the ceremony. Please don't stand up. It not only obstructs the people behind you, it also will cause problems to people who are going to be walking and so on and so forth. In case of emergency, any emergency, please follow the instructions of the MC, that's me, or the volunteers. So you've seen the volunteers, the office staff. If there is any issues, please contact us. We'll be more than happy to help you out. Now this is some notes to the graduating students. So from today onwards, you have the extreme privilege to represent this institution and the country in every task you do. Right? So I humbly request you to follow the order set out here. Please, when your degree or when your name is called out, please line up on this side of the dais and please collect your degree, take a photo, make sure you smile for your photo, right? And then please leave the dais from the other side. Again, to everybody, your photos are being captured by the cameraman in the center, so there is no need to stand up and take individual photos. And as soon as the guests arrive, which we expect will happen in about another 3 minutes, I will ask everyone to rise so that we can stand up, welcome the guests, and also have the invocation song. Thank you. Also, please note that the restrooms are on the outside. So if you have to use the restroom, please use the exit towards the back. Right? That will take you to the restrooms. Thank you. So the chief guest has arrived. I would request everyone to please rise and join me in welcoming the chief guest. Oh, he's not yet here. Okay. Please have a seat. You will be called upon again. Everyone, I kindly request you to please settle down. This is your day, your ceremony, so I kindly please request you to settle down. So, everyone, I'd like to have your attention. This is going to be the program schedule for today. We have the chief guest, Lieutenant General Michael A.J. Fernandez, AVSM, VSM, joining us, who's the commandant of the Officers Training Academy, along with, of course, ours, Professor H.S.N. Murthy. So we'll first welcome the chief guest, and then we'll have the invocation ceremony, followed by an address. And after the address, there will be an address by our HOD, then by the chief guest, following which we will have the award ceremony distribution. So all the students, please get ready right about that time to line up and collect your awards. Right? You will be called in the order that you are seated. And after that, so please rise in joining me in welcoming our chief guest, Professor Murthy, and also Lieutenant General Michael A.J. Fernandez. welcome sir. Welcome to the 62nd Convocation Ceremony of the Aerospace Engineering Department. So before we start, I would commence the ceremony. I would like to everyone to rise so that we can have the invocation ceremony, the praise of our language, heritage, the song, and then we'll have the national song, Vande Mataram. Right? Please rise. Thank you. You can all please be seated. Thank you. So it is my great honor to welcome our chief guest, Lieutenant General Michael A.J. Fernandez, AVSM, VSM Commandant of the Officers Training Academy in Chennai. So now I would like to hand over to Professor H.S.N. Murthy, our very own HOD, to give a welcome address. Thank you.
Yeah, friends, as you all know, I am Murthy Haradanhalli. I am head of Aerospace Engineering Department, and this is my last year as HOD addressing the graduates. Thanks. So looks like you are all happy that I am not going to be HOD anymore. Good. So yeah, and also a fellow alumnus of this institute. I am also a fellow alumnus of this institute, like you are all going to be from today onwards. First, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Lieutenant General Michael A.J. Fernandez, who has been honored with Ati Vishishta Seva Medal and Vishishta Seva Medal. He is currently the Commandant of Officers Training Academy, Chennai. I welcome you, sir, for the degree distribution program of Aerospace Engineering Department. I also welcome Shri Arup Malik, General Manager of HMA, Hindustan HAL Management Academy. Dr. Bharati, Deputy General Manager and Senior Faculty at HAL Management Academy. Mr. Guru Prasad Raghavendra, Engineering Head of Airbus. Both HAL and Airbus have been supporting our web-enabled MTech program and they are here to witness some of their colleagues receiving their degrees. Welcome you, sir and madam. I also welcome all my fellow faculty members who are present here. You are the main contributors to the education program that has culminated in this day. So I'll welcome you all for this. Of course, finally the day belongs to all the degree awardees and more importantly, their family members who have so enthusiastically supported all their education throughout this time. And this particular day belongs to family members, perhaps even more so than the graduates themselves. So big round of applause to the family members, and I welcome all the family members to the convocation. I will begin with a brief introduction of Aero department. Some of you, most of the students would have already heard about this during my informal interactions, which I used to have from time to time. But for the benefit of parents and relatives, probably I'll go through it once again. Aerospace Engineering Department was established in 1969, so we are about 56-year-old, and it is one of the new departments which was established after IIT started in 1959 with about 10 departments to begin with. So after IIT got established, we were one of the first new department, so to say. We have grown from a very small department to a reasonably large department today with about 36 faculty, regular faculty. And by that, I think we are the largest aerospace engineering department in the country as of now. And we have 8 professors of practice, who are also, who kind of support us in various research and development endeavors, and also help us have connect with end users and industries. And we have about 130 PhD scholars currently on our rolls, 60 MS scholars, about 250 MTech students, and about 270 BTech students. So as you can see, we are more of PG department, or in fact, IIT Madras is more of a PG institute, right? Though sometimes popular opinion is it's more of BTech institute and so on. The areas of teaching and research in our department include aerodynamics and flight mechanics, aerospace propulsion, aerospace structures, and aircraft design. So this is our current situation with respect to aerospace engineering department. We aim to increase the faculty strength of the department to about 50 regular faculty and about 10 professors of practice over the next 4 to 5 years by the end of this decade, basically. Thereby, we want to contribute significantly to industry, defense forces, and society in general. We are already contributing. We want to increase those contributions. We also want to play a role in the inevitable rise of India as a developed country that will occupy a high position in the Committee of Nations, because at the end of the day, defense sector especially plays a huge role in the development of a nation because it is capital intensive and so on. So we want to contribute there, right? In almost all possible metrics, which we looked at, we turn out to be the best aerospace department in this country, and we are very proud of that. Obviously, we are very proud of that. And of course, but we are not satisfied with that, because we still would like to be globally recognized as one of the best aerospace engineering departments in the world, right? We are getting there, and we'll get there soon, thanks to very young and dynamic set of faculty that we have had. They are some of the best teachers and mentors, training the human resources that the country needs in the form of BTechs, MTechs, MS, and PhD. Faculty have also been, engaged in, fundamental research, pushing boundaries of our knowledge. They have more than 140, I think now it's close to 150 referred journal papers over last 1 year. They have been involved in funded projects worth 160 crores from various agencies, including ADB, Army Design Bureau, then DRDO, ISRO, HAL, and other defense public sector units like BEL, MIL, and so on. Of course, they are also, faculty as well as students are also involved in startups that are bringing in new and innovative products to the market. And the department is also a major participant in Center of Propulsion Technology that was funded by Minister of Defense. It's about 180 crore center. And overall, the department hosts unique and vibrant interdisciplinary faculty teams with participation from faculty from other departments as well. They are working on design and development of UAVs. They are working on ballistics and missiles. They are working on propulsion technologies for various applications, and are also working on space-related technologies in all the 4 domains within Aerospace Engineering Department. Sorry. Yeah. So our faculty are coordinating 2 centers of excellence that are involved in fundamental research related to critical transitions in complex systems. That is Professor Sujit, and Professor Manikandan Mathur is is kind of coordinating another center of excellence on geophysical fluid flows. Our faculty, especially Professor Ramakrishna, are leading efforts to establish a research center that will coordinate our research-related active engagement with Indian Army. In general, IIT is engaging quite a bit with Indian Army. Specifically, Aero Department is, I think, one of the largest contributors there. Various faculty have received honors and awards in this last 1 year. To name a few, Professor Sujit has been, nominated as, rather inducted as board member of InSpace. He is also made honorary fellow of Indian Society of Systems for Science and Engineering. This adds to the long list of awards that he already has. And then Professor Shyam Keralavarma has been appointed as associate editor for the ASME Journal of Applied Mechanics. Dr. Prashant Rawat has been awarded IEI Young Engineer Award. So, an important part of the professional development of all our, these are all the awards and accolades of faculty. This is, small portion. I am sure I have omitted a few awards here. So, I apologize to anybody whom I missed. An important part of the professional development of the postgraduate students, especially our research scholars, that is MS and PhD scholars, is their participation in national and international conferences, workshops and seminars and so on. These events give them exposure to the current research activities being carried out across the world, and often it imbibes them with the confidence that the work which we are conducting here is as good, if not better, than anything else being carried out anywhere on earth, right? So this, that confidence students gain once they attend these conferences. So we encourage them to do so. And so in these conferences, like every year, quite a few of our students have won Best Paper Award. More than 10 or 12 of our students have won Best Paper Awards. It will take too much time to list every one of them here. In addition, Sunny, Srivatsan, Sumukha, Arvind, Jayesh, Shiva Prasad have all got Institute Research Awards over the last 1 year. Shruti Tandon has been awarded Amelia Earhart Fellowship in 2024. And Alok Tripathi got commendation from PMRF Review Committee for his excellent research work. There are many more that, as I said, there are many more that I am not listing here due to lack of time. So I apologize to all those whose names I have missed. In addition, as I already said, we have 8 professors of practice, 3 from formally from Armed Forces, 4 from ISRO and 1 from NAL, National Aeronautics Laboratory. These special appointments go a long way in providing the much needed real world exposure to our faculty, our students, and also has helped our faculty to take on projects of national importance. Significant program that was launched in September 2021 is the Web-enabled MTech program. We started in 21 with only about 20 students from HAL. That is where HMA really supported us. Today, the second batch is graduating, and today our numbers have also grown to more than 40 now. So that has been a very important program. The students of this program, which is essentially meant for working individuals who come from across various industries, like the industries like HAL, and we have now, I think, MIL students as well, Munition India Limited students, Airbus, ISRO, etc. Currently its annual intake is about 40 to 50, I think. And we expect this to go up to 70 to 80 students per year over the next couple of years. This, along with an increase in the regular MTech seats to 55, which occurred over the last couple of years, has enabled the department to achieve its goal of having at least 100 MTechs graduating from our department every year, some in regular in-person mode and some in web-enabled mode. And at the end of the day, it's our MTechs who, in large numbers, who go and contribute to the Indian industry. So we really want to strengthen that program, and we embarked on a journey to strengthen that program. Today, I'm very glad that we have about 100 MTechs graduating every year. Our department, of course, has the capacity to reach out a much larger population of those aspiring to get their degrees from IIT Madras, whether it's MTech or maybe even bachelor's level. And we will strive towards achieving the same. One part of it, another 2 hours, there is Board of Governors meeting where we are going to, kind of discuss about whether we want to launch a BS online program in aerospace engineering as well. We'll see how that goes. Thereby, we want to, we hope to create a very large impact on Indian aerospace industry which is now picking up very well, where our MTechs and BTechs typically find their employment. And of course, So of course, we are very proud of our students and research scholars and their achievements. Already our alumni, UG as well as PG, are counted among the best in the world. They have achieved their success through their hard work. They are contributing to some of the best organizations around the world, including Indian space and defense establishments, as well as in academic institutions. They are recognized for doing world-class work and have brought pride and honor to the department and the institute through their hard work. You will be joining that group, and I hope you continue, working towards, bringing pride to the institute and to the department. As you go out there to pursue the great career opportunities that come your way because of the brand value that IIT Madras has, I wanted to give you a few words of advice, especially since this is my last chance, as I said, to give you gyan as HOD, right? Please remember that all this fame and halo that IIT Madras carries today is not just because of you and I. It is because our predecessors, the graduates who graduated earlier, the faculty who taught earlier, all these guys have put in a lot of hard work, lot of effort, and it is their hard work which has paid off in the form of the name, brand value that we have today. So please remember that it's not just due to us and them, us and you. It's also because of our predecessors who have done such a fantastic job, right? Let us hope that we continue doing that fantastic job. Of course, we are head and shoulders above the rest of the colleges, rest of the institutes, only because we are standing on their gigantic shoulders, right? And of our predecessors. They have achieved their success through hard work. So once again, please remember, nothing can substitute hard work. So I hope all of you, when you go out, work hard and then bring laurels to yourself as well as to our institution, right? And please remember, there's no shortcuts to success. You need to work hard. As you're graduating, please also remember what you gain from this institution is education, which is the most precious among all the wealth, as saying goes, which is, this is one of my favorite sayings, which is nachora haryam, nacha raja haryam, na bhratrabhajyam, nacha bharakari, vyave krute vardata nityam, vidyadhanam sarva dhanat pradhanam, right? So this is the most important wealth of all, right? And, nobody can, as the first sentence says, nobody can steal it from you, nobody can tax it, right? And then as you spend more knowledge, as you spread the knowledge, you gain more. That's something all of our faculty know, because while we are teaching, we also gain, we also learn a lot more while we are teaching. So teaching is one of the best ways to learn a subject, right? It's very important that you appreciate the education you got and ensure that you use it judiciously, right? So at the same time, please remember, this is just the beginning and there are many more things to learn, right? To quote William Shakespeare, a fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool, right? Please remember, there are so many things you still do not know. So continue learning, continue your education. You need to continue learning new things throughout your life. It is just a beginning, right? So please have the humility to acknowledge the limitations of your knowledge and capabilities, right? For only then you will be hungry to learn new things, right? Only when you know the limitations of your knowledge and so on, you will learn new things. And if the day you stop learning new things, you will become irrelevant. So, like Steve Jobs said, stay hungry, stay foolish, which means effectively stay hungry for new knowledge, and stay foolish in the sense, realize that you don't know quite a few things and you need to learn a lot more things, right? So as you go out to the part of the workforce, please remember, things do not always work out the way and you want them to go, and in time frame that you want them to be in. So have patience, have stamina, and develop tolerance to failure. Only those who do not do anything useful do not fail. So if you want to do something useful, there are chances that you will fail. Take it in stride and then move on, right? Just don't get into, let it bog you down, right? So develop some perseverance, basically. Further, please remember, whatever you have, right? It is this country which has provided you with the best education, and that best education will hold you in good stead throughout your career, throughout your life. all those things, this country has provided that to you, the best education environment that you can, that is envied throughout the world. Anywhere on earth you go, they envy the education that IIT system provides. That is something this country has provided you, and this is something you always need to remember. Be proud of this great country wherever you are, and bring pride to this great nation with your hard work. Find your own ways to contribute to the continuing efforts pushing the country to, there are efforts pushing the country to achieving greater heights, right, towards Viksit Bharat. Contribute in your own way to this efforts, right, because at the end of the day, everything you have got is because of this country. Please remember that. I wish you all good luck as you start your journey towards building a successful career. And, once again, congratulations to all of you. Now that I've given a very long speech, I think I will now go on to introduce our chief guest, who is, who was, agreed to be part of our degree distribution program. So aerospace engineering is always at the cutting edge of technology, and defense sector is one which drives the cutting edge technology. In that sense, it's my pleasure to introduce our chief guest from Armed Forces. Before he shares wisdom, which all have been waiting for, I'll just introduce him to you. Lieutenant General Michael A.J. Fernandez is currently the commandant of the Officers Training Academy in Chennai. He has received Ati Vishish Seva Medal and Vishish Seva Medal, as I mentioned earlier, during his illustrious career starting from National NDA Kadakwasla and Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. He was commissioned in Madras Sappers. He cleared the Defense Services Staff course on a competitive vacancy. He qualified in the Higher Command course and an NDC course, National Defense College course. He was a gold medalist in electrical engineering from College of Military Engineering, Pune. He has held a varied regimental staff and instructional, regimental staff and instructional profile during career in Indian Army. His instructional assignments include a stint in NDA Kadakwasla, College of Military Engineering, Pune, and 2 tenures as a directing staff at the Defense Services Staff College, Wellington. He has commanded his regiment in high altitude area as part of a mountain division. He has also commanded an amphibians infantry brigade and an infantry division in the desert sector. In staff appointments, he has been brigade major of the operation. He has been brigade major of an operational brigade in high altitude area. He has been Colonel General Staff of an infantry division. He has served as a brigadier at the Military Operations Directorate in Army Headquarters. He has also served with the Indian peacekeeping force in Sri Lanka and commanded his company in counter-insurgency environment. He has served with the United Nations peacekeeping force in Lebanon as an engineering staff officer. His last posting was as the Director General Staff Duties at the Army Headquarters. As part of his charter, the General Officer was responsible for the training and deployment of all Indian Army personnel in UN missions around the world, as also the interface with the MOD on all establishment-related issues of the Army. He is a skilled musician, plays guitar exceptionally well. He is also an avid cyclist, enjoys horse riding and golf, sailing and relaxing with a book in hand. Lieutenant General Michael Anthony Jude Fernandez assumed the appointment of Commandant Officers Training Academy, Chennai on 22nd June 2024. With this introduction, I request our chief guest, Lieutenant General Michael Fernandez, to speak a few words to you, all you graduates and parents. Thank you.
I think with such a wonderful speech of Professor Murthy, there's nothing much left for me to say, but I will try to make an attempt. Right, at the beginning, respected Professor Murthy, Head of the Department of Aerospace Engineering, all the faculty members and the staff who are here from this wonderful department, General Shankar, my own mentor, who's sitting over here, all the distinguished guests who have come here especially for this convocation ceremony, Colonel Prashant, Colonel Ashish, the newly posted officers who have been posted here from the environment to be part of IIT Madras as a posting, underscoring the importance that the Indian Army addresses to IIT Madras and to the research wealth that it brings to the table. As the professor mentioned, all the parents and the well-wishers who are sitting here in such large numbers to wish you well, and the most important ingredient of today's ceremony, and that is my dear students who are graduating here today. It gives me great pleasure, honor and pride to be invited over here as the chief guest for this convocation of the students graduating from the hallowed portals of the Department of Aerospace Engineering at IIT Madras. And I thank the director, IIT Madras, the HOD, Professor Murthy, and the faculty for this honor. As we all know from outside, and you are seeing it from the inside, IIT Madras, of course, is one of the finest higher education institutions in our country today. So my warm compliments to all of you, all the students who today have worked so hard to gain, firstly, years back, select admission to this institution, and thereafter continued your sustained hard work over here to be counted right up to the stage where you're sitting here ready for your convocation and to take your place in society as cerebral warriors, scholars. It goes without saying that you have put in lots and lots of hard work, lots of sweat, and demonstrated performance to yourselves and your faculty over here to reach here. As you know, the facilities of this department and the institution are world-class. I need not say much more about it. The faculty you have seen yourself over the years that you've been here is made up of hand-picked academicians who are the best and icons in their respective fields. So you've had perhaps a lot of space, a lots of opportunity, a lots of learning environment for you to learn and grow and to do well. And therefore, as you shortly step outside from here into the wide world that is waiting for you, I would definitely, as I'm called upon, like to share a few snippets, some thoughts of mine that I have, some pointers for your journey ahead. Maybe not so much on aerospace engineering per se, because nobody can tell you better than Professor Murthy and his team, but maybe around it, beyond it, along with it, some things that you should know from us as we would like to share it with you. I also understand from my preparation that I came here that you represent a very wide spectrum, which is very heartening. All sitting over here are graduating BTech programs, MTech programs, dual education, degree programs, Web MTech, PhD scholars. So much of brilliance sitting over here. It's a very, very proud feeling for me personally and for all of us who are associated with you to see where you have come. I also am very happy to know that many of you have already been placed in campus placements and other placements and are ready to take on that opportunity and go. Some of you may be also looking at having your own startup or joining a startup. So there's so much of things that are there in your mind, and why not? Some of you have got into DRDO, some are getting into ISRO, some are going into Boeing, and those who have not got, I'm sure as an aerospace engineering, you're literally going to be flying high yourselves shortly. So sky is the limit, as they say. I think a very, very big thank you goes out to your parents and your well-wishers who have believed in you and brought you over here. And generous praise is also in order for your alma mater. You're soon going to be very distinguished alumni, IIT Madras, a great institution, the faculty at the Department of Aerospace Engineering, for incubating you, preparing you for what shortly you're going to be facing and right up to this stage. As I said, you're at the threshold of something very exciting. You know very well, and we don't have to keep telling you this, that you are actually the brains of our country. You're the future leaders of our country. You're the game changers of our country. And you're responsible citizens of tomorrow. You are the torch bearers who, as Professor Murthy mentioned, are going to take India on the inevitable path towards Vikshit Bharat and so many things that we are looking at. And therefore, you need, I would dare say so, just as much as you've been here in this institution, you need to keep yourself constantly curious. You need to constantly evolve. You need to constantly learn. in this ever-changing world, constantly learning to upgrade your knowledge and skill sets. Because whatever you learn till now, especially in technology, especially in this ever-expanding field, will become redundant if you don't make yourself current in your field of expertise. And that's something that one would like to share with you, which you already know. So many of you are here at the crossroad of your life. Some of you may want to study further, those who are finishing your BTech programs or MTech programs. PhD scholars may of course want to either come into research further or in IIT itself, or be teaching professions or whatever. There's so many things that you'd like to do. You need to take a call and therefore go for it. I'll give the example of my own son. And sometimes those mid-course careers and paths, they have to align in a certain manner, maybe get realigned. My own son maybe was not fortunate to come into IIT. So he cleared, he was very focused on getting into computer science. So he got into VIT. After that, I was in a difficult field area. And he says, Dad, I'm not happy here. So because I want to do something more. VIT is a very fine institution. But he says, I've qualified for IIIT in Bangalore. I'd like to go for that. So I said, are you sure? Because I don't have time to research all this. And I have to believe in you. So whatever you say. But if you make a mark there and you don't like it, I don't have an option for you. He says, you trust me, Dad, and we are very close. So that's also very important what I'd like to share with you. The parents and the students, the bonding has to be very, very close. And that's why all of you all sitting over here represent that bonding. The trust that you have with each other, the faith that you have in the students. So to cut the long story short, my son went to IIIT Bangalore. He did his integrated MTech. He specialized in artificial intelligence. Then he worked for a year in Korea, in Naver. He did pretty well. He wanted to become permanent. But there in Korea, they said, if you want to become permanent, you have to be Korean or you have to know Korean like a first language. It was not possible. So he had to go. And luckily, he had done internship in Max Planck University in Germany, in Frankfurt. So he asked them, can I come? They said, we were waiting for you. So he went there. So he worked for a year and a half in Max Planck University in AI research. And then he tells me, I thought he settled for life. Then he tells me, Dad, I want to study further. So I said, you're already 26, 27. What more studies? He said, no, you trust me. So that famous trust me. So I have to trust him. So he decided to study further. So he applied for PhD and he got into University of Massachusetts in Amherst in Boston. And that time COVID was happening. President Trump was there first term. So many things were happening and it was a difficult decision. So I told him, take a break for a year, see how the water settled, ask your guide to hold for you. If it's possible, then fine. So guide was a wonderful person. He said, I'll wait for 1 year. So he joined in August 2021 and now it's 2025. It's been 4 years since he's been there in UMass and he's liking it. So when I think of you, I think of him very often. I just told him I'm coming for Convocation of IIT Madras. In fact, in January, he comes once a year to visit me. So one of the first places I got in Chennai was to visit IIT Madras. I got him to visit IIT Madras. I got him to meet the director, Professor Kamakoti. I took him to the research lab. I took him to the Pravartak. I took him to all the startups and everything. So he's gone back with a very fertile mind of how he needs to go ahead. And because this is the place where the minds get distilled into something great. So the few advice that I want to give you, because just the other day, I was there in SRM University, and that was for a different reason. That reason was for the induction ceremony of young undergraduates who are just getting into graduation in the Faculty of Science and Humanities. Very young kids after 11th and 12th. So that was a different message I had for them. The message of studying and the message of how you need to work hard. You guys have already done it. So I was wondering what message to give you. Because that was on studies, how you have to balance your college life, your campus life, what you should do, what you should not do. Then suddenly I said, will a script work? They said, no sir, this is a very elite, very evolved audience. These are all guys who are getting convocation. Ye to super brains hai, maha brains hai, you have to do something different. So then I had to think. And so therefore my message to you is simple. What my message to you is, today as you're going into maybe you're going into a company, maybe you're going into corporate world, as I said, startup. I think what is very important, what your company would like to know, or wherever you're going, everybody would like to know what is it, who you are, and what you bring to the table of value. It's very simple. It's probably obvious, but I need to state it. You will be judged from day one. So please remember that. I was judged from day one in uniform as a second lieutenant. From day one. Who you are, what you are, can this guy succeed in life, can he reach somewhere or not? So you'll be judged from the day one. You might be on a probation watch. So it's not at the end of 90 days or 3 months or 3 years. Day one, people are looking at you, judging you, making their thing. So therefore, what should you do? You have to be up and about. You should know everything about your company. What is the history of the company? What is the leadership in that company? What is the organization culture? What is the brand value? And most importantly, what do you bring to the table to add to that brand value? Very often when people come for interviews and things like that, what we make a mistake by saying, what is my paycheck? The answer is pink slip. Because if you're looking for paycheck, means the person is looking at what kind of a brand value you're bringing to the table. And if you're only interested in self-centeredness and my paycheck, then the guy will say this guy is probably not going to be bringing a transactional guy, not bringing much value to the table. So you must read some of these autobiographies and others of leaders who have probably not taken pay for a while. They'll work in the lowest of departments. They'll work at the billing desk, work as a chef, work in the back end of the things, depending on the job, work for free, learn the thing, and then slowly rise up because you mastered it. So pay, prestige, importance, it's not very important to be all that privileges and perks, not important at the beginning. What is important is for you to add the brand value to the table. I think very, very importantly, from the day one that you are in any company or in any kind of a profession that you're now getting into, you need to know, as I mentioned, everything. You need to care about the company. You need to feel about the company. You need to think of the company, as your team, like a family. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a blur, and I do not want to be misrepresented or mistaken, because a little difference in how we do things and how somebody in the corporate world would be looking at it, and it's natural. It's natural. If you're there in the corporate world, it's all about money, it's all about brand, it's all about profit and loss. One understands that. So where does human potential comes into play? Where does the human ingredient comes into play? Unfortunately, it is only one of the ingredients. Like equipment, like infrastructure, human people are only one. But we forget it's the most important one. And people talk about family values, people talk about corporate branding, people talk about moving with a corporate plaque, plate, bag. And suddenly you find out at the end of it, I'm wearing my corporate bag, I'm drinking tea with my corporate mug, I'm going around with my corporate camera given to me, and suddenly I come back and my computer shows now you're logged out of the corporate and your pink slip. How does that feel? That feels horrible. So that is not something that we have in the army. So we are here invested for life. So as we are, my man may be in the field, he may be working in northeast or in the north or what have you, but the family is taken care of 24/7 back home. The child is taken care of, the wife is taken care of, there's a certain ecosystem that supports all that, so that the man is not made to feel anything else but supported. So he may be in J&K, he may be in Arunachal, but he knows very well that my family is in Pune, my family is in Bangalore, my family is in a small village in Madhya Pradesh or wherever. They will be taken care of, because then only I can perform well on the field. So this small message I'd like to give you, in your way, in your world, maybe you can think about it when you're joining your corporates, how you can build your own team. Your leadership will depend on this, how you can add that little human care and concern for your men. And you'll find out magical results, magical results. If you care for your man or woman in the team, if you care about the family, they will eat out of your hands. You will find results that will amaze you. So please remember what I'm saying. I also feel, next point, that you need to think very big. It's not enough. Maybe you're joining small. Maybe you're joining at the bottom rung of the ladder. But you have to think very big. Right from the beginning itself, you should look at what this company is. How can I add to its brand value? How can I add to it? What is a big goal? What is a big kind of a thing can I do to make this company different, to make it something dynamic, to make it turn on its head? And it's never too small, it's never too early to think that. And with the talent that you have today, with the knowledge that you gain, you'll are fresh from your studies, so much of ideas you'll be having. They might be set in their own values and things like that. You can straightaway start making a difference. And when you do that, and you contribute in that big vision planning, people will start looking out for you, people will start recognizing you, people will want you to be in the inner circle, and soon you will find yourself counted and rising. And that is again something that you will find out. I'd also like to tell you something that may not be everybody telling you. And that is, perhaps it takes courage to speak up on contrarian issues. Too often, when you're there in a corporate or you're there in a company, the boss is used to having yes men. Everything the boss says, how does it, boys? Yes, sir. Very, very good, sir. Anything that you feel about it? No, sir. Fantastic idea, sir. You must be the chap, sir. Maybe not so fantastic, sir. This is what I feel can be better, sir. I don't think we are aligned presently, sir. Maybe if you do this, the results may be much better. The boss may look at you, check on you, not say anything. But if you repeat it, you're noticed. Boss may come to you separately in the office. You tell me, yeah, friend, what is this all about? Okay. And sooner than later, you'll find out boss is asking you and wanting you, calling you, making you feel important because you are important. You have made a difference. So you can be assertive without being aggressive. And that is something I would like to leave with you. And you, of course, you need to tread with a little bit of caution over here, but you will find out that once you made a point and the point is getting recognized, you will be rising. Another point I'd like to leave with you is having something personal, and that is having a very high moral compass. This is, again, nobody talks about it. You need to have very high values, ethics, honor code as we call it. In Officers Training Academy, Chennai, I have an honor code written in stone. You will not do this, this, this. You will not allow others to do this, this, this. So many things are written over there. Same product as you who are joined and now going to become Army. We cannot tolerate even 1% of it. It is not acceptable. It is not forgivable. And it is not appreciated. So we don't have it. So maybe it is not insisted upon in outside world. IIT culture is something, maybe that culture is not replicated outside. But you can make that difference. Because we insist on it, you must insist on it for yourself. Forget about others. You bother about yourself. I will be a man or woman of great integrity, great values, great kind of morals, and great honor code. And this will not go unnoticed. This is something I'd like to share with you. This will not go unnoticed. People will look at you, people will quietly come to you, people will ask you for your opinion, and people will be supporting you, and you will be rising. Next point I'd like to tell you is something that many of you are reading. So you might have read this book called Stephen Covey's 7 Habits. It's there in every airport shop, Higginbotham's, this, that, you read it. Somebody might be reading it. You have Blinkit, so you probably made a summary of it. So I'll make a summary of the summary. So the summary of the summary is the 4 quadrants when you talked about. So there are 4 quadrants of nuisance value. The second quadrant is where you have to be in. He's divided a box into 4. So you need to be in the second quadrant. And the second quadrant is things which are important but not immediate. So something that is happening, you have to make a presentation about your company or about your company's achievements or the tangible goals 3 months from now. Not urgent, important. And suddenly you're doing everything else, email checking, WhatsApp, this and that, friends, partying, and the deadline is coming 1 week, 5 days, 3 days, like exams in IIT Madras maybe, I don't know, whatever. And then you're a brilliant person, you're a fantastic guy, so much of talent, no time left, and then you will muck it up. So that is something that quadrant 2, you should spend a lot of your time. If it's 3 months away, small, 15 minutes, 20 minutes from the day 1, start working on it, schedule it, plan it. And what is quadrant 1, 3, 4? All the rest of the rubbish. Something may be urgent, must happen. Boss is calling me, I must go there, spend some time listening to some gyan, it's okay. Something else is happening, coffee time, somebody ringing up, so time for coffee, so endless kind of coffee, standing, waiting around, gossip, WhatsApp message checking 10 times, you just checked it 5 minutes ago, फिर भी कोई ने किसने भेजा होगा, I want to check once more. So just time waster. Instagram, Facebook. By the way, in Army, we are denied. The only in social media I'm allowed to be is on WhatsApp. Maybe I don't miss it also. I'm not supposed to be on Instagram, I cannot be on TikTok, I cannot be on Facebook. I means all my friends also here. So we are not being on it, so we are not distracted. So we are simple. And maybe you need to be simple. Don't get too distracted by things that will unnecessarily divert you, deviate you from your core things that you need to do in life. There was something, I remember professor like your distinguished HOD, Professor Murthy, went into a class, I think you must have heard this story also, a big bottle he brought and he placed some rocks in it. Have you heard this story? Maybe not. Big rocks, he put it into it. And he said, the bottle is full? Yes, sir, bottle is full. Then he put some small stones, bottle is full? 100%, sir. But the students were suspicious. Ye kuch jadoo hai isme. Then he started putting some sand in it. He said, now is the bottle full? So the students are very suspicious. He says, no, it's not full. He said, what do you mean? He said, I don't know, but there is some trick that you have. Said, yes, I have a trick. So he filled the water. So first he put the rocks, then he put the gravel, then he put the sand, then he put the water, and the water is now filled to the brim. He says, is it full? Then they looked at him and said, I think so. And said, yes, it is full. Then he said, what is the moral of this story? The one student put the hand up. So moral of the story is, if you think that you've done everything and there's no space for anything, you can always cram something more into the bottle. He said, that is not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, unless you put the rocks, the sand, the gravel and the water will prevent the rocks from coming in. So unless you find space and the time for doing the big things that matter to you, the important things that matter to you, the urgent, the trivial, the rubbish will crowd your time, and the big things then, you will have no time to fit it into your bottle, which is important. So keep that small story in mind. Another few things that you need to keep in mind, maybe, be careful in social media. I'm telling you this with a little concern as Indians, as all of us. What you're posting in social media, today we don't think. We forward anything, you like something. Big Brother is always watching. This is something I want to tell you. Big Brother is always watching. My son is there in the US today. If somebody wants to apply for a visa, today, something that is your citizen's right, privacy is a citizen's right, not anymore. You have to declare your social media platforms public, as you must have read in the papers. If you want to apply for visa, everything, your WhatsApp messages, the thing that you have posted, everything, the immigration office will want to know. And therefore, one small forward you send to somebody, some like you said to some post, they will debar you. People are being deported from there and not finishing their studies because of foolish things like this, which they got caught. I'll not talk more about that. It's enough to be sensitized. So avoid getting trapped on social media. More importantly, now I think, I've talked about social media so much, there are good positives of social media. You got to exploit it, you got to use it, AI, so many things are there which you can use to your advantage. But equally important, I think you got to see the real world. The world probably that Professor Murthy, self, all of us have seen, and that is stepping out into the open, going outside. Our childhood, all these things, maybe yours also, but maybe not Gen Next. Gen Next is growing up too much on smartphone, too much on addiction, on this kind of distraction. We grew up when we were there in the outdoors, climbing trees, playing marbles, throwing 7 tiles, police and robbers. Point that I'm making in all this, we had real friends. We used to talk to each other, buddies, sit down on the culvert, drink some tea from the mud cup, whatever, matcha tea, and just chill out. And today the guy saying, excuse me, everybody's on a smartphone, nobody's talking everywhere, whatever. So that smartphone is not your friend. You are the friends to each other. And I'm sure you have made many, many good friends over here amongst yourselves, buddies for life, friends for life. You must keep in touch yourselves and ensure that you remain connected as you go along, and not so much virtual friends who may or may not be correct. Something else that you know, I don't want to reiterate it for you from my pedestal, but ChatGPT and other things are very, very good for giving you insta kind of knowledge. But the point is, if you do a wider research, as you yourself know, you probably know much more than the topic you're researching for, and that helps. And your mind, as they say even in studies, a person who's only used to ChatGPT or AI kind of inputs given to you, the mind has an unfortunate ability to shrink and not be totally cogent. So be careful on that. On that note, something very, very important I want to tell you, and that is you must have the ability to read, write, and speak well. This is one of the most important messages I'd like to give you, and which you're already doing partially. The very fact that you are here is because you have read so well, you have studied so hard, you have done so well, and you're brilliant scholars. So reading is something that comes your way. I'm asking you to do more than that, wider reading. Maybe your chosen field is aerospace engineering and some peculiar facet of it in PhD, etc. But you must read about the world also. You must keep yourself abreast about current affairs, international relations, politics in some manner, geopolitics, what's happening in Western Europe, what's happening in Ukraine, Russia, what is Trump doing in US, what is China doing around the world, what is happening in the Indo-Pacific, what is happening in Africa, what is India doing in all these places. You have to have a very wide reading and learning, otherwise you will be stunted in your growth and not be counted upon when cerebral discussions take place. You will be out of the table. People will only call you, you're that aerospace guy, what do you have? Okay, thank you. No, You're that aerospace guy as a specialist in aerospace, but you have brand value of so many other things that you can lend to a common platform of higher leadership. When things are being planned at a high level, you also need to be counted. So I think you should use every opportunity, read very much, write as much as you can. Some journal, some whatever, practice writing. Why writing is so important is because many times you may not have the opportunity to stand like this, but you will be asked to write a report, you'll be asked to write a progress, and your boss is looking at that and judging you. So if your grammar is poor, your vocabulary is horrible, your sentence construct is not good, then you are being destroyed, defeated, without you being seen. And that is not something good. So remember that. And last but not the least, as I remembered, and to write down for you, is to speak. The ability to speak is singularly the most important thing I feel that needs to be developed in everybody. You need to develop. Why am I telling you this? Why am I telling you this? Please don't mistake me again. There are lots and lots of talented people, maybe not as talented as you. So many engineering colleges are there, doctors are there. Many of them are not reaching very high in life, and one feels about them. Many of them are doing substandard work. Many are doing very mundane things, brilliant minds, but not able to articulate, not able to speak, not able to convince. And people with much lesser knowledge, much lesser ability are commanding those chaps. And these guys are sitting at the computer and producing whatever, and those guys are commanding them. Because they're not able to speak, too shy, too introvert. So today is the time, if you've not done it in the college so far, today is the time to start thinking about speaking. That panic is there with everybody, including me, to come and speak and do whatever. Everybody has that. But you have to overcome it. You're a new audience to me. I don't even know about you. I'm already finding myself comfortable in talking to you now. It's been a while. But before I came here, what is my audience like? Who are they all about? I have no idea. I'm only going on hope, faith, and prayer. But at the end of it, it is important to speak. And when you speak, you'll find it's a miracle how you're able to convince. Unless you say what's in your mind, how will somebody know to believe in you and to follow you? This is so simple as that. And then you will find out that as you grow, your company will want to promote you on your ability to articulate yourself. So you have to represent the company. You have to be there in a board meeting. You have to go with a presentation somewhere else to expand the brand value. So you have to speak. So do remember that. Together with that is a very important point I want to share with you, and that is to be a leader. This is something may not be so much talked about in IIT Madras. It is a part of it, but maybe not exclusive. Whereas in the armed forces, in army, it is the essence of it. We are teaching each and every officer cadet one single point, and that is leadership, to command, to take charge. You have to take charge of your man, you have to take charge of a platoon, you have to take charge of a battle situation, you have to take charge of crisis, emergency, and handle it, no looking back. So that is very important. So to do that, why should somebody follow you? What is a leader? And why should somebody follow you? So I'll spell it out for you. So a leader in simplistic term is somebody who has the ability to make his followers willingly follow what he lays out for them. Willingly follows. So I'm a leader. So by and large, good leadership is someone who makes his followers willingly want to follow what he or she is saying. And why should somebody follow what he or she is saying as a leader? Because the leader is supposed to have certain defining traits. And the defining characteristics among what I mentioned is a clear vision and a time-bound goal setting. This is something that I would like you to have. If somebody is a leader, you're all are potential leaders. Moment you go into corporate, startup, whatever, you will be leader. Small team, 5 people, 10 people. When you grow and expand, 100 people, then you become Sundar Pichai, complete Google. Slowly, surely, you will rise. You will develop. Time flies. So everybody can become maybe some form of Sundar Pichai. Everybody can become Jeff Bezos. Everybody can become Thomas Kurian. He's my own classmate, Thomas Kurian, George Kurian, who are there in Google. They started off like us only. So what made them different? Very clear brilliance, of course, but leadership with vision, goal setting, time-bound, measurable, tangible. And that is something that you need to look at. So your vision for your team. Equally important, apart from your vision and your goal setting, is your ability to be centered and selfless. Now, what is the meaning of selfless? It means that if it's raining over there and my team is in the rain, then I cannot be having umbrella on my head. Now, in my rank and position, when I go and it's raining, I'm going to the firing, I'm going to the weapon training, my boys are firing, immediately one fellow will come rushing with umbrella for me. It looks so stupid, it looks so foolish, so straight away now they know that I get very angry, so that umbrella does not come to me. I have to be in the rain, I have to be wet, I have to be totally drenched, because then only I'm credible. I can't have water given to me when there are 6 people around me, everybody is equal. I can't have food when the man is out in the thirsting in the sun. Has he had his food? No. How can the food come to me first? So everybody has to, leaders eat last. That is something that I'd like to leave with you. It may not make sense to you now, but it's something that we believe very strongly that you need to do. I also am reminded of something that I am borrowing from somebody, and that is our ace badminton shuttler, PV Sindhu. And I saw in a similar convocation address, she mentioned 3 words. And the 3 words from such an ace sports person was just show up. Some of you may have seen it. Just show up. And she talked about her troubles, that she's been there in Olympics, she's been there in Worlds, she's been there and counted among the best. But many times she has not succeeded. She has failed at the finals. She has not reached quarterfinals. And when you reach, the whole country is clapping. When you're not, nobody wants to talk. And you're left alone in that night, sighed, crying, don't know what to say. And she said, next morning, I'm at the training back again. Just show up. Forget about it. Ho gaya. I've cried, I've done everything. Now next morning, my training has to start. I have to show up. So this small message also I'd like to leave you. There may be some heartburn, some pitfalls, some meeting not going too well, some goals not being met. Boss has scolded me yesterday. Something is not happening too well. Does not matter. Next day, just show up, keep doing your thing, and keep pegging away, and you'll find that the tide will turn. What goes up must come down. What is down has to go up. You will be up again. So please remember this. I thought it was a very, very good message that she said for us. Last few things that I'd like to share with you is something very, very important I feel everybody should have, and that is a routine. Too often we don't have a routine. When we don't have a routine, we get up in the morning, we don't know what to do. Now, of course, you're in college, you're finishing. Day to day when you go out, some may be working from home, don't know what to do. No need to get up at 6 o'clock, get up at 11 o'clock, now we'll ask for tea, then it's lunchtime, then it's dinner. You can do it for 1 day, 2 days. Third day, you'll be disgusted with yourself. You will not want to live. It's so disgusting. So you need to have a routine. I need to get up at whatever time. So every day, whether it is a Sunday or Monday, I get up at 5 o'clock. That is my routine. I have to get up at 5 o'clock. Otherwise, I don't get sleep. So 5 o'clock, I have to get up, my routine. 6 o'clock, I have to get out. Whether I'm doing cycling, I'm doing horse riding, I'm doing whatever, walking, I have to get out and do something physical. This is something I'd like to share with you. And then, of course, my office routine, come back, all that. But the routine that I would like to share with you has to be balanced in respecting both mind and body. Find time for physical, is my request to all of you. Many of you have already found time. Many of you have already engaged in IIT Madras, such a wonderful place over here. Cultural activities, sports activities, swimming, so many things are here. You must have enjoyed it. But outside when you go, nobody will force you to do it. You have to force yourself. I would request all of you to find a little time for your health. The body is only one. And what is very, very sad for all of us, young people are having so much of problems. Person is 26 years old having heart attack. 30 years old having some kind of a stroke. Why is it? That is only because we are careless. We are doing this binge eating, the pizza, the coke, the burgers, senseless, corporate stress. It's okay, you must have it also. Nobody's stopping you from having it. I also enjoy the pizza burger, but not every day, every meal. Sometimes. Like some craving, okay, I'll have one, but not every day. I would request you to go for respect, routine, that have something, schedule some physical activity daily in your life. Every day I'll go for 5-kilometer walk. It's too much, 2-kilometer walk, doesn't matter. Do whatever. Some cycling. When I came to Chennai, I found Chennai to be so blessed. The ECR road is over here. Mahabalipuram, I'm a long distance cyclist. I like to cycle 100, 150, 200 kilometers. I go to Mahabalipuram, it's 50 kilometers up, 50 kilometers back. I go to Pondicherry, maybe 100 kilometers up. So I'm enjoying, I know so much of Chennai just by being on the wheels. I've discovered so much of Chennai and it's so nice. So find what suits you. Walking is okay with you, swimming is okay with you, cycling, whatever. Find time for physical. Go to the gym, calisthenics, kuch to karo. push-ups, sit-up, something. Find time for your mind, some mindfulness, some yoga, some kind of a breathing, deep breathing. So stress is something that's a killer, and you got to find a way around it by a good routine. One of the last things I want to share with you is about cultivating a hobby. The professors made some introduction remarks about me. It's not so much about me, it's about people who have helped me. Now, we come into this world, whatever. But my father gave me a guitar into my hands at the age of 10, and he said, do something with it. So thereafter, I did something with it. So it's been now 4 decades since I'm playing the guitar. I would not have ever played a guitar, but he gave me it at the age of 10. And people come to me and say, sir, I always wanted to learn musical instrument. Why didn't you start today? You don't have to start as child prodigy. It's not required. You don't have to reach A.R. Rahman standard. No competition. You can start today and make music for yourself, with your buddies. Do anything. Just stand up, comedy, kuch to karo. Some hobby, whatever suits you. So in OTA Chennai, we take these hobbies very seriously. I've got dozens of hobbies, and all my cadets have to enroll in one hobby. So I've got indoor hobbies, art, painting, art, acrylic, water, oils, whatever you have. Photography, music, some musical instrument, dramatics, something. Outdoor hobbies, I've got martial arts, I've got shooting, I've got weightlifting, I've got yoga, and we got sports. Like we got golf, we got tennis, we got squash, horse riding. I'm having equitation show with them. So something that will give them a hobby and a gift for life. So today you're there, you're here, tomorrow you're in the corporate, stress is there, something is there, come to your room, draw something, paint something, continue something, play some music. You will find it better than meditation, and that hobby will make you very, very enriched. One very important point I was missing it, but I'm glad I'm remembering it. It's very, very important to have somebody to guide you. And that is what is called a mentor. I'm sure Professor Murthy, you're not going to leave him. After he moves out from here, he will be very glad. I'm speaking for him. And you will also be glad to connect with him. So that is what is called mentorship. The kind of applause that you gave him when he came in over here shows the love and affection that you have for him. So such a person and others in the faculty, I'm sure you'll be connected with him. It's very good. It's a nice thing to see. So when my cadets are passing out to become officers, there's lots of stress. It's not easy to see person in uniform. Somebody is coming from Chennai, going to J&K border. He's from Chennai. He's going to serve in J&K. Somebody is coming from Bangalore, going to serve in Arunachal Pradesh, facing Chinese, facing something. Is it easy? It is not. So what needs to be done? Check with somebody who has done it before. Professor Murthy in Aerospace Engineering, somebody like us who have done it before, and have this mentor. And you will find that that mentor can at least help you to find your feet. You can tap into him every now and then when you're in distress. You can connect with him, sir, I'm having this problem. What can happen, sir? And the sir will help you and guide you. I told you about my son. He is doing PhD in AI. He would not even have reached computer science. We came to Wellington. Again, we are posted all over the place. Field, peace, 2 years, 2 years. We came to a small town in Wellington, and he was coming into 9th and 10th, ICSE medium. Entrance exam, he failed. Because the school tested him on computer science, and they were already 3 months ahead of the syllabus. And he had not covered it in the previous school. So the principal said, forget it. Your son is not up to the mark. Thank you. I was very disappointed because I know his talent. So there was a faculty member like here, Vara ma'am, Mrs. Vara. She was called Vara ma'am. She told the principal, I will spend 1 hour in the morning, I'll come early to school, and 1 hour in the evening, I'll go late from the school. And I want to give a chance with this boy because he's done well in the other entrance. Maths he's done well, English he's done well, computers he has failed, I will try. I said, that was like a straw for me. I said, please, thank you. So she spent that time with him for 1.5 months of probation. And to cut the long story short, the influence that Vara ma'am had so much on him that today he's doing PhD in AI and computer science because of the Vara ma'am. Otherwise he would not have failed, not even gone to the school. Computers may not have been a subject that he liked. It could have been disgusting. So much of influence the mentor has on you. So lastly, now I've said whatever I had to say for a few bits of wisdom that I wanted to share with you. Lastly, I just want to share a few insights about life in the army, OTA Chennai. You're most welcome to visit us. You can just listen. Where people like you, young men and women who are graduates largely, BTech, BSc, so many fields, can come and join and become officers, army officers, and we're looking out for all of you. I think today, if I may frankly share, that I am what I am today because of the Indian Army. I've also had a nice background, good education, ICSE medium school, ISC medium thereafter. But once I joined National Defense Academy and I came into 4 decades of uniform service now, whatever I am today as a person and personality is only because of the Army. We always have been fairly good in studies, debating, not too much of outdoors because of Army. Everything. I've talked about mind, body, balance, fitness, leadership. So right from the beginning, the leadership has been instilled into you. Great opportunities. Most importantly, we've learned to respect entire nation or country as one country. There's no barrier on state. We don't differentiate. There's no caste, there's no religion, there's no creed, there's no such divide. Every part of the country is for us. If I go to Arunachal, it is my place. If I go to Assam, it is mine. I speak for everybody. I go to Kashmir, they're part of us. I come to Chennai, I feel fantastically nice. All of us. And that's the beauty of Indian Army. There's no compartmentalized, boxed in by narrow kind of walls. It is something that is just not part of our culture. And everywhere I've gone, is wonderful people everywhere, and we're only learning and growing. And therefore, you could also perhaps at some point of time, but particularly the BTech students, I know that many of you have been placed, but you could look at a career possibly in the Army. We have many brilliant tech graduates in the Army. You could come here for a short service commission, 5 years, 10 years, see how it is, and move on. And there are opportunities in telecommunication, combat engineering, data science, aerospace and Air Force, so many opportunities. Or even a non-tech where you can come for 5 years, get a pure Army kind of a feeling, and you can go out. We are waiting for people like you who can make a lot of difference to us. And so just to close, what you can expect in OTA Chennai, not to scare you, but it is what it is. So it's very tough. It's about 1 year, 2 semesters, 5 months each, that's it. But in that 1 year, you will come in as something and you will come out as something else. That's a guarantee for you. It's very tough. So for the morning, the time begins at 5:40 in the morning. 0540, you have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. There's no, sir, 70% attendance, no, 100%. 5:40 in the morning, you have to get up, PT, drill, horse riding, weapon training, whatever, swimming, till 7 o'clock. 7 in the morning, break. Then you have your breakfast. 8:30 till 1:30, classes. What are the classes? You're already graduates. All graduates only come to me. Technical graduates, whatever, everybody's coming in that manner. So the studies are applied. Military history, international relations, science and information tech, applied, etc., etc. So all those things are, put across the table for you. Then we have compulsory games that need to be played, whether it's football, volleyball, basketball. So everybody picks up a game. Weapon training, firing, all the weapons that you have with the Indian Army, you'll be firing all of that. And of course, the instructorship, like your faculty here, is the best in the country. All my officers are handpicked from the posting department. They are people who have excelled in everything, Gallantry Award winners, and they all come here and they can share their expertise with you. Most importantly, I'd like to share this for the women who are sitting over here. We, on OTA Chennai, are the pioneers as far as producing women officers in the country. So all the women officers that you see today in the country are from OTA Chennai. Women have come from OTA Chennai since 1992. 1992, I'm not talking about medical, I'm not talking about MNS, nursing services, I'm talking about pure fighting, combat. That's the women officers from 1992. In 1992, they were trained only for 5 months and given a less than ordinary kind of a conclusion. In 2008, they were stepped up and brought at par with male officer cadets, 11 months of training. In 2020, 21, 22, after COVID, we have brought it one step further, and that's a work in progress, and that is called integrated training. Just like all of you are sitting together, male, women, all are sitting together, my training is also together today. So physical training, weapon training, drill, everything is now together, excepting for some marginal differences because of physiological differences, some allowances, but rest everything is together. So there's a common assessment, there's a common merit, and the women are doing very, very well. In fact, the last course, the person who got the Sword of Honor, one of the top things, was a woman officer cadet. And the last course, the person who commanded the parade was a woman officer cadet. So they are doing that well today. Some sacrifices that my officer cadets have to do, no smartphones are allowed for 1 year. So forget about nothing. There's a dumb phone which initially when mobile came in, that phone you have to use. That only on Sundays and in Liberty. So no smartphone, no alcohol, no cigarettes, no distraction. Because you can't have it. You just have to do whatever. But you have other things. Instead of alcohol and cigarettes, you have horse riding and weapon training. So better things to do, maybe. Leadership. Close mentoring is done by all of us. We are invested in our cadets 24/7 right till the end. And at the end of it, what I want to close, and I think I've taken a lot of your time, the passing out parade is twice a year in September and March. And that's a very glamorous event. That's a national event that comes out. People don't even know it's there happening in Chennai in your Baghdad. So by the time I came in, we've opened up OTA Chennai to everybody now. I'm happy to tell you that last September and now March, nearly 8,000 students from all over Chennai, schools, colleges, have attended the passing out parade. More than 1,500 NCC students have been through this parade. And on a regular basis, many people from schools and colleges are visiting OTA to discover what we are all about. Maybe you're passing out, but if you want to come individually or as a group after this, I'll be happy to connect with you and show you around our campus, how we're doing our training, how we're doing our firing, what we're doing, how we groom our officers, what exactly is this product all about from the start to the finish. I'll be very happy to share that with you firsthand. And we also do career counseling, because I realized when I came into NDA, nobody counseled me. Nobody told me what is life in the army. I just happened to see advertisement and I joined. I also came from a private school. But I realized that many people like us may have missed out. Nobody's telling them. So we are here to tell. So I'm sending my officers, all these brilliant officers who are on my team, I send them to all the schools and colleges, part of the investiture, part of the Republic Day, Independence Day. They go there and they talk about whatever small part of what the school needs to know. How to join the army, what are the values and ethics, their examples in service and all that, and sit across them and tell them in a life in uniform how it has mattered to them and how it can make a difference to the people that they are addressing, especially in 11th, 12th and graduating classes who are about to pass out and move on. I think that's all that I want to leave you with. At the end of it, once again, my heartiest congratulations to all of you from the graduate, postgraduate, PhD courses that are passing out over here with your head held high. Once again, warm congratulations from me and my team at OTA Chennai to each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Professor Murthy and Lieutenant General Fernandez, for your insightful words. It was a great guide rails for all of us on life with having a life with honor code, leadership, goal setting and lifestyle. So it's especially for our new graduates who are going to go out in the world, not only represent our institution, but you are going to have the opportunity to represent our country. So thank you for these kind words. Now we'd like to start the degree distribution ceremony. We would like to first start with the awards that are going to be given to our students. So I would like to start the award winning ceremony for the MS and PhD students in particular. Ready, ma'am? So, for the first award, I'd like to call Dr. Vivek Anand, whose advisor is Professor H.S.N. Murthy, for his award for the best thesis in the Department of Aerospace Engineering. Mr. Rupesh Prasad, whose advisor is Dr. Shantanu Shashikant Mule, for the best MS thesis in the Department of Aerospace Engineering. Sumukha, whose advisor is Dr. Shantanu Ghosh, for the Chinmay Deodar Prize. We'll now like to call the MTech and BTech degree award winners. So we'll start with Mr. Roshan for his Air India Prize. Abhijit Nair, who is our dual degree student for the Mayan Prize, and Dr. V. Mohan Raman Prize. Anik Bhaumik for the American Express Top Achievement Award. Krishma Rajesh Mehta for the Y. Siddharth Memorial Prize. The student awardees will now come on stage to give a talk and express their gratitude. So I'd like to invite Dr. Vivekanand.
Hello everyone. So I would start with thanking my parents and my brother who showed immense trust throughout the journey, and my friends. Next, I would like to thank my guide, Professor H.S.N. Murthy, who always walked extra miles and made sure that we learn things correctly and do things correctly. So I would like to thank him once again. In my PhD journey, one thing that I learned and I can recall right now is that whenever things didn't work out as I wanted to be, so everything needs some extra hours to be put on, and then things will smoothen out. So that's one thing I want to share with you all. So thanks. Have a great evening.
Hello everyone. So what I am going to talk here, like every one of us is now engineer and placed in a very high paying MNC job, same like me. I just have one simple message to all of you before I introduce to myself and my guide. So basically, one thing we are always going to forget about ourselves, that we should give back to the society. And that is directly coming from our honorable HOD, Murthy sir. So basically one of his students get placed in Germany, and first thing he told that, hey man, you have to give back to society. So how to give back to society? So I am from a very rural system of the India. I am from Bihar, a village called Dindyalpur. So I have never been to these prestigious organizations, school and everything. But I had one hope from the childhood that one day I can be something. And my parents helped a lot. Now, what we can do as an engineer here, so we are just engineer now. And sitting somewhere in Gurgaon in high-paying MNC job and talking about society, but doing nothing. So I have just one message for each and everyone here. Go back to each and every part of India and start helping the people who is very much marginalized. They don't have any hope out there. So you are the one who should go back and start talking to them. That, because we are at the forefront of the development, because we are the engineers here, and they are looking up to us as a hope. So other than you're hyping this MNC job, you should go back and add something in your roles. Just a little socialist approach you can all have, and start helping them socially, politically, economically, whatever you can. So by this way only you can give back to society. That's the simple message what HOD always wanted to implant, and that is only how we can help our India. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I'm Sumukha. I worked in flapping wing aerodynamics and I express heartfelt gratitude to my guide, Professor Shantanu Ghosh. He is currently in Australia presenting at a conference, so he could not be here. But he saw the potential in my naive personality 3 years ago, and I'm really grateful to him. He also encouraged me in my other pursuits of entrepreneurship and sports. For context, I'm building a startup to improve sleep technology. You might be thinking that has nothing to do with aerospace, but yeah, I would encourage all my fellow batchmates to also to stick to first principles to whatever you are going to apply that for. So also thanks a lot to my parents who are here today, and a lot of you who are here for your children as well. Thanks a lot. I would like to leave my batchmates with a quote from Casey Neistat. You've never really made it. With each success comes another more ambitious goal. Thank you.
Respected Chief Guest, HOD Sir, faculty member, dear graduates and parents, good afternoon to you all. I first like to thank my DDP guide, Professor Ranjit, who has helped me a lot academically and not. In my final year, he helped me to focus purely on my DDP without worrying anything else. I'd also like to thank my seniors and batchmates who have graduated already, especially Sandeep Anna, who has helped us a lot, always. And my wingmates, from Ganga, Pramath, Yogen, Rohan, Anik, everyone, Sanket, and I'd like to thank my family members who are here. They are sitting in the back. They have supported me a lot, and they have sacrificed a lot for me. So I'll cut short here. Thank you to everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to express my heartfelt respect and gratitude to our chief guest, all professors, and respected elders. I am truly honored to receive this award. It's a collective achievement of the continuous support that I got from my friends, family, and guidance from the professors. So I am also thankful to all of my wingmates who are Sanket, Abhijit, Pramath, Yogenraj, and Rohan. They actually became my family in my 5 years journey of IITM. In this 5-year journey, it not just molded me as for my career, but also made me the true person what I am. Also, I am thankful to Professor Sujit sir, who was my faculty advisor. He always stood by me whenever I needed help. And with this, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you, everyone.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for this award. Firstly, I'd like to thank all my professors who taught me very interesting courses, especially Professor Nagabhushan Rao, who mentored me for the last 2 years and shaped me not only as a student but also as a person. Thank you to all my lab mates who kept me less like a lab junior but more like a sister to them, Abdul sir, Rituraj, Shivam, Sumit and Saiteja. Next, I'd like to thank all my study buddies, Ira Rai, Shriya, Nagalakshmi, and Ritu, who made my Insti time much more memorable than I even thought it would be. Lastly, not the least, I'd like to thank my parents who supported me and guided me for the last 20 years and made sure that I and my brother both get all the opportunities that we deserve. Thank you so much for all your sacrifices. They clap louder even when I was at my lowest, when others didn't. So thank you so much. And lastly, as we all graduate today, we all go to separate paths and neither path is superior to the other. I like to end by quoting Taylor Swift. The scary news is that we're now on our own, which is scary. But the exciting news is that now we're on our own. Thank you so much and congratulations to all the graduates.
So we will now proceed with the degree distribution ceremony. And we would first like to start with the PhD degrees in aerospace engineering. And we'll first start with Dr. Manu BV and his advisor, Dr. Amit Kumar. If you're please around, please come here, come on stage. Dr. Vijan Kumar and Dr. Bharat Govindarajan, please come on stage. We'd like to call Dr. Ranjit and his advisor, Professor Chakravarti SR. If you're here, please come on stage. Dr. Pulak Pradhan and his advisor, Professor Murthy, who's already on stage. Dr. Ramanath MN and his advisor again, Professor Murthy. Next up is Dr. Pramod Sankar and his advisor. We request Dr. P.A. Ramakrishna to please come on stage. Dr. Anandu Bardhan. Dr. Annie Rose. Dr. Virendra Yadav. Dr. Panduranga Sharma. Dr. Mahesh. Dr. Uttam Singh. Dr. Kartike Sahi. And his advisor, Professor Velmurugan. Dr. Senthil Kumar and his advisor, Professor Muruganandam TM. If you're around, please come up on stage. So we also have a few people who are receiving their degrees, PhD degrees in absentia. That's Ganeshan, Dr. Ganeshan. We have Dr. Narasimha Murthy, Dr. Vinod P, Dr. Lijin, Dr. Shiva Prasad, Dr. Amitabh, Dr. Naveen, Dr. Vipin, Dr. Anbu, Dr. Vivek, and Dr. Vinod, Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Adrin Isai. So with this, please give a round of the new doctors in the house. Now we'll start with the MS by research program. So Sayan Datta, please come on stage. Piali Ghosh. Siddhi Vivek. David Chaudhary. Shivank Kumar. Sharad Shukla. The next are going to be MS degrees received in absentia, so they're not going to be here, but let's give a round of applause at the end for them. That's Krishna Prasad, Balaji, Ajo Joseph, Manoj, Zishan. So please give a round of applause for all the MS degree graduates. Now the MTech in Aerospace Engineering, we have Naveen Kumar. Mathan Kumar. Sushant Kumar. Vinu Matthew. Abhishek A. Aditya Sai Deepak. Akash Shrikant. Anish. Chandrasekhar Reddy. Charan Nagasai. Chinmay. George Ratnavamsi. Himanshi. S.S. Kamlakshi. Karthik M. Khushbu. Krunal. Manikanda Swami. Marison, sorry. Paras. Priyanshu. Anand Rohan Kumar. Rohit S. Sai Chandu. Samarth. Satya Prakash. Sendil B. Somesh. Saurabh. Sumaya. Sumit. Suyog Jagannath. Swithin. Uday Kiran. Narendra Kumar. Vijay. Vinay B.A. Vishnu Vardhan Reddy. Yashwant Sai. Naveen Yadav. Now we'll take a quick look of the degrees of MTech received in absentia. So we have Balamurugan, Gautam, Jaswant, Krishnansh, and with this we'll start the web-enabled MTech degree awardees. So I'd like to welcome on stage Ankit Agarwal from Munitions India Limited. Acharya Srivatsa. Prasad Naik. Prashant Sudhakar from DGQA, Ministry of Defence. Ravi Ranjan Rai from Munitions India Limited. Sandeep Kumar Shaw. Sikandar Samsuddin Sheikh. Vikas Tiwari. Vivek Tyagi. Abhishek Devendra from Airbus. Amarnath Vasudev. Amit Agarwal from HAL. Ashwin C from Airbus. Chetan S from HAL. C.D. Naidu from HAL. Himanshu Shekhar. Kirti Vardhan Joshi from Airbus. Krishna Teja Reddy from HAL. Kumar Sujay Singh. Panchakalyan B from HAL. Jagdish. Ravi Kumar. Rihan Ranjan. Saurabh Kumar Mishra. Sendil Kumar A. Sivaram M. Solai. Ms. Srilata Koganti. Vijay Anand. Natraju. Vishak V. Shivaprasad P. Ram Kiran. Ram Prakash. Now the students will be receiving their web-enabled MTech degrees in absentia. We have Arjun from HAL. So now we'll start with the BTech MTech dual degree being awarded. So we'll invite Abhinav PS on stage. Advait Amit. Anvaya. Anvaya Anil. Ashwin Balaji. Rishikesh A. Avni Tarun. Rohan Kishore. Nidhi Dilip. Rahul Krishna. Hamsika. Jayvardhan. Mahesh Prahalad. Amruta. Pramat Shastri. Sanket Pramod. Swapnil Baburao. Yogenraj Pravin. Now we will felicitate the BTech, MTech degrees in absentia. We have Satyajit Mehti, who is also going to be receiving his degree. Now we'll start with the BTech in Aerospace Engineering. So, Ahmed Kenz. Angara Anand Ravi Teja. Ojasvi Raj Kumar. Arka Pramanik. Avnish Kumar. Ayush Sahu. Balamurugan. Ashok. Chintasai Preetham. Darshana Dio. Tarshawana NL. Dheeraj Kumar. Gautam. Harish S. Harshita. Rishabh Das. Ira Rai. Isha Mathur. Jayesh. Jishnu S. Dedipya. Hasita. Deepak. Karthik Sandeep. Ritu Hasni. Khushi Verma. Meet Kodrani. Kritan. Abhijit Ashok. Manoj Sai. Akhila. Vishnu. Navratna Solanki. Fanindra Kumar. Balaji Naidu. Mithul Kumar. Satvik. Rohit Chandra. Deva. Rohit Sridhar. Shriya Vaibhav. Shri Sudan B. Ma'am. Shri Hari S. Shri Ram Vishal. Dilip Kumar. Tisita Burman. Yogesh Kumar. So now we'll call out the people who are going to be receiving in absentia. This is K. Vinod, Shiva Prasad, Sheikh Abdul Riaz, Sheikh Vinod Kumar, Prashant Shah, Manoj Kumar, Ravi Babu, Ramnath Bharat, Satvik, Nagalakshmi BM, please come on stage. Guys, come on. Piyush Kumar. Now I would like HOD Professor Murthy to present the memento to our Chief Guest Lieutenant General Michael Fernandez. I now please invite Professor Murthy to give the vote of thanks.
So guys, settle down. So I thank, I thank all the parents to have taken pains to come over here. I would also like to thank our engineering unit people to make excellent, for making these excellent arrangements. Thank you, Mr. Shivakumar. Thank you, Sandhuran. I also thank, all our faculty who have, come here and, encouraged our students. And of course, I would like to thank all my office staff who helped us so much in organizing this function. And of course, finally, I would like to thank our chief guest, Lieutenant General Michael Fernandez, Commandant of OTA. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for accepting to be our chief guest. With that said, I thank everybody else who had made this happen. Sorry. Yeah. So everybody else who has made this happen. After this, there will be, I think, snacks in the terrace of Dean Students' office, right? So before we, end the program, we'll have national anthem. I request everybody to stand up.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे